Here's the wellhead. A couple things we want to look at. First, I always like to get the well permit ahead of time. That way I can go on the state site and actually see the wellhead where it is, especially in the winter. Sometimes it'll be covered with snow. So at least I know where to start digging, where to find it. We want to make sure we have a sanitary cap. We also want to make sure we're at least a foot above the ground. Now, that foot is a minimum. A lot of times I'll recommend it be even higher. When I look around the landscape, if all the water, everything's rushing downhill and water's going to come over this every winter, a sanitary cap isn't a waterproof cap. So we want to make sure everything breaks around it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bacteria issue every spring. And we see that a lot. I'm also finding a lot of interior caps. They actually have holes. They're not sealed, used on the exterior of property. They may have had a well house over it. Sometimes we'll find a 5-gallon bucket sticking over it. That's really not sanitary. It's not going to work. So always come take a look at this. I take a few pictures. I make sure the cap is tight. Make sure our bolts are in there. Sometimes we'll see a padlock here. Not usually, but if it's alongside a road, sometimes people will do that. And here's where our electrical connections are. In Colorado, if you are not a member of the Underwater Groundwater Association, you cannot legally remove this cap. If you're doing that to measure static water level, you're breaking the law in Colorado, and it is a big fine. So we tell our clients up front, we are not doing a static water level test, and we are not doing a draw test. We're doing a 2-hour water flow test to check the pump. If they want to do any of those things, then they need to get a well contractor who's actually a Underwater Groundwater Association member so that they can do that.